Hey Lego fans, welcome back to the channel. This episode of Around the Studio, I gotta figure out what I want to call it actually. I've been saying Around the Brick, it's labeled Around the Studio or Within the Studio. Gotta figure out what I want to call each segment. So, in this episode, we're gonna dig out some totes and go through them and try and get some trains set up because it's that time of year. So, stay tuned and watch us unpack some stuff. Now I know what you're thinking. Jeremy, we want more city updates, and we're gonna get them to you. But it's that time of the year where I gotta have a train set up, and I have this huge, I wouldn't say huge, but I have this large space that is not doing anything at the moment. And I have a great collection of Lego trains that you haven't even seen yet. So I figured, why don't I clean this off and set them up, and at least give you a little bit of jealous factor on my train collection. So, let's get this cleaned off and set up some trains. So there we go. One big loop and a couple passing sidings. But it's the only space I got right now, and that's about all we can do. So it is probably 10 feet long and 30 inches deep. So let's go see what we got in some boxes. Well, the whole layout doesn't do us any good until we open up some trains, right? So what do I have? Well, if you've been following along on the unboxing videos, we have the crocodile locomotive, but that's still in a box. You may also remember that I have a number of the hobby trains, 5 of them to be precise, but that's also still in a box. Let's not forget I have the holiday train, but that's also still in a box. And I can't just show you the boxes because those don't do any good either. So what do I have out of the boxes? Well, if you remember, and now these are all not the best condition, but the BNSF train has had a background in some of our videos. So I have the BNSF locomotive. That's already built. Unfortunately, that one does not have power packs at the moment. You also may have seen the caboose back in the background, and this needs a couple repairs, and these are pretty dusty, but I figured I might as well get them out in front of you guys and show you what I have, and then we can fix and repair at a later date. Now, it wouldn't be the 9-volt system without the Metro liner. And I have a couple of the club cars to go with it. And then the original. And of course, we also have both locomotives, and they're both powered at the moment. So we have that train, and we'll get that set up there, get that running. You don't remember the Metro liner that came out in '91. Shows you how old my collection is. What else? And this one's not in as great shape, but if you remember, the Santa Fe came out. This one, obviously, I said, gotta put some back together. There's pieces in here, stuff's falling apart. This collection of mine, got the cars. And I have all of them. At least, pretty sure I have all of them. So we got the Santa Fe passenger train, and then all the broken pieces that are in there. I shouldn't say broken. The pieces that have fallen off and make room. So that's 2 trains. What else? Now this one is part of the Crater train line that's also broke. But the steam locomotive and tender. And then to go with it, a green passenger car and a blue passenger car. And I believe the caboose was part of this train as well. So I have that one. So that's 3 complete cars. I also have this diesel locomotive, and I can't remember the set number that was in, but it came with 2 carriages that are basically just nothing on them right now. And then I also have a couple of tank cars. This one's not together anymore. A couple other random pieces in there. Oh, there was a Santa Fe car here. That's the observation for the Super Chief. What else? Then I have oh, it's gonna take a lot to put some of these back together. I had this green diesel locomotive. And its cars. There's more parts to that. So I got that. So that's everything I have technically built, but it's at least 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the BNSF. So that's plenty to go with. Plus, I also have the train we built for the city update that is no longer part of our city, but we can get that moved over. Now, these are all 9 volt. As I started out 9 volt. I missed the RC bracket. That was between 2005 and 2006. It was when 9 volt went away, but before power functions. And then in 2007, power functions came out, and that went away in 2017. So that train I already had was the power functions, and now we have the powered up series. And I have 0 powered up stuff, but all of that's 9 volt track. We'll get this all put back together and get this running, and we'll get you some video shots. And maybe some time lapse of putting these back together. Probably gotta clean them up. It could take a bit, but you know, it is what it is. So let's get these cleaned up so you can see them running on that 9-volt system. All right, so it's a nice 43-degree day, and we're out to the container to check on the progress. Now, I totally forgot to record putting all these sets together, but I promised I would show them to you. So here's the trains. We got the War Bonnet Santa Fe Streamliner in the back. There's another train. The Metroliner in the front. And I don't remember all the names of them, but well, we talked about them briefly. And then we have the BNSF there on an old Mills plate that I had laying around from when we took apart the city. And that's them all set up. And then, of course, I have that train I was building for the the rail coaster track. Alright, that's all we have time for this week. Stay tuned next week when we do a massive unboxing of everything I picked up in November. That includes the Insider Weekend, Black Friday, and Cyber Monday. We invite you to like the video, subscribe to see more, and always, we appreciate any comments you have on our videos. I'm Jeremy, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Happy building. Take care, everyone.